Hello everyone, welcome to my High Celebrities news channel. The story for today is there were no signs of any ceasefire on Monday's episode of The Real Housewives of Jersey Reunion as the dramatic fallout between Tessa Hartmann and Margaret Thompson intensified. The explosive installment saw real estate agent Margaret, 45, call her arch-nemesis Tessa, 51, AB****H as the frenemies argued over a tweet which labeled Margaret as boring. The show, which aired on ITVB on Monday night and presented by Brian Dowling, saw the pair go head-to-head to try and resolve their issues along with their fellow housewives. However, despite the host's best efforts to resolve the conflict between the pair, Tessa and Margaret were at loggerheads as they sat on the opposite side of the room. Hurt and angry after Tessa liked a tweet calling Margaret boring, the TV personality goes on to reveal how she offered her co-star an olive branch after the incident. An exasperated Tessa replied, "I am the type of person when somebody goes for me, I don't go against them. I like to engage. Yes, I did like a joke on Twitter that said you were boring, so what? Big deal." Season 2 saw Tessa and her artist husband Sasha renew their vows after 25 years of marriage in an intimate renewal ceremony with their closest friends and family, including children Tessie, 24, Talia, 22, Johnny, 16, and Zach, 14, at their Jersey home. Mediator Brian goes on to ask Tessa her reasons for not inviting Margaret to her wedding along with the other cast members. She replied, "I chose people on that day who lifted me up. I don't regret not inviting the other ladies as they are not part of my life." Some cast members were so unimpressed they took it upon themselves to make a point of being ousted. A boisterous Kate Taylor dressed up as Tessa on the big day in a form of revenge, explaining her reason for carrying out the stunt. Kate told Brian, "I did it as I felt how Tessa handled the wedding vows was spiteful." An angry Tessa quickly replied, "Kate, it was disgusting what you did to me. We are not friends." Unsettled at the intense arguing, a stressed Mia Ledbury described the divide as heartbreaking, with Kate adding, "It could be fixed but I am not sure." Meanwhile, Tessa also found herself at war with pregnant housewife Ashley Kearney, who made a virtual appearance at the reunion. The friends had been close during season 1, however, presenter Brian got straight to the chase, asking the businesswoman why she also was at war with Tessa. She explained, "Nothing happened, there was no massive collision. At one point I would text her and she wouldn't text back. And to be honest, with everything else going on in my life, if someone doesn't text back then that's absolutely fine. I was dealing with far bigger fish." Unimpressed with her co-star's explanation, a fiery Tessa gave her side of the story, saying it was all down to feeling used on social media. She said, "The reality is that we met up and she, Ashley, told me that all the girls were upset because there was lots of press about me and they got none. They were also really annoyed about their Instagram and why wasn't I tagging them. I explained to Ashley, this is my business, I am not going to tag you as it's not appropriate to tag you, and she was very offended." Ashley burst in, Tessa, you are talking absolute rubbish, it had nothing to do with the other girls," while Tessa bit back, "Ashley, your words to me were all the girls said if you and I were friends you would tag me in your post. And I just thought to myself, how old are we?" Ashley sniped, "I never even mentioned the girls, so don't you even start. You have been a nasty piece of work." Ashley and Margaret weren't the only housewives Tessa had problems with, as she also had to iron out some issues with glamorous Mia. Pointing out the fact that there had been tension between the pair in the past and fireworks, Brian asked her how did she manage to press the reset button with Tessa? Mia explained that it had been a struggle. She said, "It emotionally wasn't easy at the start. I have been on the other side of Tessa and it can be intimidating, but as time went on I got to know her and there is a fun-loving side to Tessa. I was quite pleasantly surprised and it was a grower. However, there's no such thing as a drama-free reunion as it wasn't long until Kate questioned the friends' genuine friendship and brought up some conversations from the past, saying, it was difficult to accept their friendship after season 1. Tessa was gunning for Mia. Tessa has got a very unforgiving nature, so I did find it very hard to believe that this was genuine." Margaret then interrupted and said, "Can I add to that? As Mia told me, Ashley and Kate off camera, that she didn't want to be in that camp and far preferred to be with us. Shocked and disgusted with her co-stars bringing up the past, MIA clarifies, "I didn't say it like that, Margaret, that's a very viscous thing to say. I said I didn't like how everyone was being divided." Margaret corrects her, "This was in the beginning, you said I'd rather be with you guys, ye have more fun." Holding her hands up, MIA replies, "This was in the beginning, we were having fun all the time. I think you are wrong saying Tessa is unforgiving, as she is a forgiving person, when she likes you and gives you a chance." Tessa goes on to endorse her friendship with her co-star, saying, "I love MIA for her honesty, and I am 100% loyal and don't stand for bull. I would rather have no friends than have fake friends." Meanwhile, stunning newcomer Karen Lodrick said she felt as if she got stuck in the crossfire between all the housewives and found herself at loggerheads with Margaret. She said, "It's so tricky as there are so many big personalities, I found it uncomfortable. I like for things to be resolved as we can move on from that." The star went on to praise Tessa, saying she was a breath of fresh air, sassy, honest, direct, fun, glamorous and brilliant. However, the same could not be said for blonde bombshell Margaret, as she said she felt the businesswoman was nasty to her from the beginning, identifying many occasions on their trip to the English capital where she encountered her unimpressive behavior. She described, "On the way to London she started throwing shade at me, and when we got to the hotel she pushed herself forward and told me as a newbie I had to work my way up. When I was on the boat and asked her to join she said, 'Karen, you are not all that,' and I felt very disappointed by that. I think Margaret thought I was too much of a strong character, so she started to throw shade at me and demolish my confidence, as Margaret likes to be in control." Margaret defended herself, saying, "Not at all, I treat everyone the same." Brian then goes on to ask Tessa if she thinks Shush is controlling, with the star responding with a few choice words for her enemy. She said, "No, because she doesn't control me, she is a manipulator, not a controller." Looking around the room, she continues, "You can see what she is doing tonight, pulling her little friends into a room." Temperatures were heated as Kate then jumps in to defend Margaret, while Tessa calls her out for being Margaret's security guard, leaving the whole cast gobsmacked at the statement. A furious Tessa says, "Margaret is a manipulator and has a lot of jibes." That is all for today news. Thank you for watching to my channel. Please be sure to leave your comment and subscribe below for more news update.